Welcome to day 9, which is also the beginning of module 3, which is how you going to get there. Yeah, module 1 and 2, they're not really very long because they don't need to be. It's not hard to figure out where you're at, and it's not hard to figure out where you want to go. The thing that people really struggle with is how you're going to get there. And I want to start off with probably the most important lesson that I've ever learned about money. And it's that money is not transformative in nature. Money doesn't turn you into something. People say, oh, that guy got rich and now he's an asshole. No, that guy was always an asshole. Or that person went poor and man, what a shame that is. Well, no, it's not so much a shame either. Money is not transformative. Money does not change you. Money amplifies. Money amplifies what you already have. How you already feel about money is simply amplified when you have more of it. I've observed this same exact phenomenon in drugs and alcohol. I've seen lots of people who, when they are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, they just become a more true version, a more raw and uncensored version of whoever they were to begin with. Nice people get really, really nice when they get drunk. And angry people, you don't want to be in the same room as them. Money is an amplifier. It is not transformative. So if you think that you are going to get money and then you'll be rich, I have another story for you. That's not going to happen. Money's not going to change you. A lot of people kind of like keep themselves away from money because they're scared that they're going to become greedy. Well, if you're not greedy to begin with, you're not going to become greedy when you get money. Or they're afraid that they're going to backstab other people, or that they're going to become somebody they don't like. If you don't like yourself when you're poor, you won't like yourself when you're rich. You just extra won't like yourself. I remember when I first started to learn about money, and I started to really accumulate it in earnest. Like the day that my checking account hit $10,000, which was a really big day for me, I started to realize that I was a person who had always been very afraid because growing up, there wasn't really enough money. My father had his own business, and for many years, we were kind of poor. My dad worked his ass off, and my mom worked a night job, and I can still remember being hungry sometimes. Despite their best intentions, despite how hard they worked to provide for us and to provide stability for us. And so I was always worried that there wouldn't be enough money. And I found that the more money I had in my bank account, the bigger my worries got. Money was amplifying my worry about money. So when I had only about $300 or $400 in my bank account, I was really, really worried about busting a flat tire in my car. I was scared that maybe I'd lose my job, I'd lose my paycheck. When I had $10,000 in my bank account, I started to get scared that I would have an unexpected medical bill. When I had $50,000 in my bank account, I started to be scared that somebody was going to sue me. The fear increased with my wallet size. It had nothing to do with reality. It had to do with who I was as a person. So, if you would like to feel better about money, you first have to examine how do you relate to money right now? What is your relationship with money? If you're an angry person, if you're angry that you don't have enough money, you are going to be enraged when you have money. If you're sad that you don't have enough money, you are going to be despondent when you do. If you are a grateful person for the little things, you will be intensely grateful for the big things. If you're a happy person, you're going to be joyous. Remember what we talked about. You're after a feeling, you're not so much after a thing. And because you're after a feeling, it pays to cultivate a good feeling about money. One of the feelings I struggled with for many years was being unworthy. I felt like I was unworthy. And that unworthiness manifested itself in me always embellishing my own accomplishments, even when they were awesome. I remember that I had taken my motorcycle from Pennsylvania down to Costa Rica. And I was telling somebody about it, and they were like, wow, what an incredible experience. And so what do I do when somebody tells me that it's an incredible experience in my own feelings of unworthiness? Well, I just started embellishing it. I was like, yeah, I was dodging gunfire and stuff, and had to negotiate with cartels in El Salvador. That shit didn't happen. That really didn't happen. I have a lot of really amazing stories from that trip, but that isn't one of them. Those were lies that were uttered by me because I didn't feel worthy. Because I had done something really amazing with my money that this person was unable to do, and it just made me feel less worthy because of it. I had to get out from underneath of my own feelings of unworthiness before I started to be able to enjoy the fact that I had money. Accumulating money before you have a decent relationship with it is a worthless endeavor. And so if you're not willing to honestly look at how you think about money, then I encourage you to just stop taking this class because it's not worth it for you. It's just going to amplify some really shitty feelings that you already have. However, if you feel happy about money, if you think it's pretty awesome stuff, if you think it's fun, if you think it's exciting, then you're going to have a much better time of it when you get more of it. Not having money is like a safety net for some people because when they get more of it, they feel more miserable. And nobody likes to feel miserable, so they subconsciously keep themselves apart from it by doing stupid shit so that they won't feel miserable, to protect themselves from feeling miserable. Understand that money is an amplifier. It is not a transformer. It doesn't transform you. It just amplifies what's already there. And make a concerted effort to have a better relationship with it, to understand that it's just a number, it's just a tool. It's not a reflection of your self-worth. It doesn't need to be an amplifier of your anger or sadness or bitterness. It's an amplifier of who you are and what you think about it. So the assignment for today is to ask yourself the question, what do I think about money? Money is ... and answer it in the comments because I'm really interested. I have heard so many really fun answers to this, and the way that you answer it is going to show you how you will behave when you have more of it. And the good news is that you can shift your perspective about it and change instantly. You just have to change your mind about it. All right? So write it down in the comments. Also, I hope that you're still keeping up with your tracking. If you're not, it's cool. Today is a great day to get back on the wagon. That is one of the things that is really, really going to help you out. And I encourage you to keep on tracking it. And if you've stopped, just start again. It's not a big deal. All right? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.